Hi darling, welcome back to my channel. I'm still your darling Sophie. Oh yeah. If you're watching this video, I want to believe that you're fully an adult and you're either married or ready to settle down pretty soon. Oh yeah, you should be ready to settle down pretty soon if you're not married and you're watching this video. Otherwise, I will advise you stop the video. You can set it as a reminder video till when you're ready to settle down. Okay, so because I'm going to be raw a little in this video, so and I want to believe that I am talking to a full-grown man, a woman, lady. So being married for like 4 years plus is really not that a long time, but I tell you guys is enough experience for me to be having this talk with you. Yeah, and there is a reason why I want us to talk about sex. I mean, the matter is in marriage. So darling, let's get to it. Sex is a vital important part of marriage. Oh yeah, it is. I mean, it plays a whole lot of role in marriage. But before I get on to it, there is another important factor that you and I need to fully understand. Because some people are really, not using the power of sex good enough in a way it should be used, and some people are overusing it or abusing it. Okay, so I want us to get another important factor in marriage that is being overlooked. Why sex is being, overused or abused or underused is respect. I want you to get this straight, that as important as sex is in marriage, respect is also an important factor. I mean, a very good important factor to consider. You can never see it all. Oh yeah, you can never see it all in your woman, you can never see it all in your man, because the person you're seeing that he's my husband and I've seen it all in him, there is a part of him that you're yet to see. And the person you're seeing that, oh yeah, she's my wife, I've seen it all, I've seen the whole nakedness, I've seen it all, there is a part of him that you're yet to see. So never you take it that because he's now my mate, he's now my lover, we do all those crazy things, the naked things, the bedding things, and all those crazy styles. I've seen him all, I've seen her all. No, there is a part of her or a part of him that you're yet to see. And that is the more reason why you have to respect your partner. Let's get home a bit to it. Respect is a function of love, but love is not a function of respect. Oh yeah, what I mean to say is this. You can actually respect somebody without loving the person. It's very, very possible, I mean, it's not everybody you respect out there that you have feelings for or that you actually love in the real sense of it. But how can you say that you love somebody and you can't respect the fellow? I mean, to me, it's just like parallel lines. They don't meet, they don't fall in place for me. So if you actually love your man or your woman, you should be able to, accord them the respect they deserve. If you love your man that much, no matter the craziest things that you guys, do in the bed, no matter the craziest things that you ever do with him, don't forget, he's a man. No matter how small, how big, how financially poor or financially strong your man is, no matter the bank account, no matter what he can afford, no matter what you think you know about him, that gives you an edge over him, don't forget, he is a man. A man wants to be respected, honored, cherished, treat They want to be treated like your king at every point in time. So never you see your man as that man that you bank in a bed. Never you see your man or your woman as that person, that is pretty hard. Okay, did I just say suck pretty hard? Yeah. So I want you to understand that respect is a very important factor in marriage. Okay, in as much as we're talking this bedmatic talk, understand that fellow deserves some level of respect from you, and no matter what part of him you've seen negatively or positively when sex is involved, shouldn't make you deny him or her the respect due to him. You need to enjoy your relationship with your partner before you talk of having a peaceful home. Because if you're not enjoying that relationship, tell me, oh, darling, how do you want to build a peaceful home? Get it straight from me right now. A sexually starved man is an angry man. Is that man that gets easily, irritable? Is that man, he's an extremist. Whatever happens pisses him off. He gets angry for no reason. You may not know he's acting that way because he's been sexually starved. So let's get down to business. Now you know that we have tidied up one. Respect is very, very important. So let's get down to the business of the day. That is the bedmatics in marriage. Sex. Yeah, sex. So guys, what are we saying? We want to discuss sex. But before we go into the real details about sex, I want you to understand something. We are not all the same when it comes to sex. That is what I was trying to let you guys know that although that this is part of the things I was trying to let you guys know about getting married without all the information. Yes, I was one of the people that undergo, I went through marriage classes before I got married, but actually there are some things that we were not told. Christian marriage can be funny if you're not really informed properly, but experience, like I said, is not the worst teacher after all if you actually free yourself to learn it the right way. So there's something I want to bring to your knowledge. I don't know if you know it before now or you don't, but I need to bring it up before I go into what I want to say. I want you to understand that there are 3 categories of people out there. You have the sexually active people. Oh yeah. This set of people, they can go crazier and crazier in bed, give it to you real hot. You want a doggy style, you want to hang them up there, you want it under the fridge, you want it on top of the coffee. You want it right in the bedroom, anywhere you want it, they are sets. And they don't need timings, they don't need occasions, they don't need whatever condition you want to bring up that is going to deprive them that which they want. So those are sexually active persons. It's not wrong to be sexually active. Nature made them that way. Okay? And then we have another category of people. We have the sexually passive individuals. So yeah, the sexually passive individuals, they are neither active and then they are not enemies of sex either. In fact, if you bring them on right now, they are ready. They are good to go. The moment you turn them on, they respond. They don't they don't say no, and they neither say Yes, I want it. Just bring it on. They respond. They're sexually passive. But they are not as crazy as the sexually active individuals. And then we have another set of people, the third class. Oh yeah, now we call them the sexually relaxed individuals. Oh yeah, they are sexually relaxed in the sense that they are not crazy in bed, and as much as they're not crazy in bed, they are not passive either. Okay, these kind of individuals, you need to woo them over and over again. I mean, you don't just press the button and they come on. And you also know that they are not really part of those kind of ladies that are just moved by what they hear. You need to go extra mile to bring them on. So I wanted to have these three things in mind in this discussion today. So it's important that you find out the category your partner belongs even before you guys tie the knots. Before walking down the aisle, you need to know the category your partner belongs. And if you're not able to know with all those petty things that couples do before they finally tie the knots, there are many ways you can know. These days we have so many chat platforms and then so many means of cutting, so there are so many discussions and outings that can make you know whether this person is really sexually active, sexually passive, or sexually relaxed. Some are so open-minded that they can bring up the issue of sex before marriage. Somehow open-minded when it comes to discussions and matters of the heart. I can be so free to talk about things. Okay, so what I'm saying in essence is this: it's very important for you to know the category your partner belongs, so that you will know how best to follow him or her. Because if you are the sexually crazy person, like sorry, I use the word sexually crazy. Oh yeah, some things might be crazy to you and then crazy to another person, and then it's not moving the next person. So if you're the kind of person that is very sexually active, and then you're married to a spouse or a spouse that is sexually passive or sexually relaxed, you need to know that you have a whole lot of work to do, because you are the one that wants this every now and then your partner is so passive or relaxed about it. So you need to know that you have to do the work, bringing this person on whenever you want it. You need to know that you are the one to do the greater work than your partner. And you are sexually active, you're not expecting a sexually relaxed partner or a sexually passive partner to, start flashing the light or to start sending any signal, because this fellow doesn't really, feel anything instantly except when you get him or her aroused. So you need to have that in mind, that if you're the sexually active one, as a couple, always get ready to, flash the lights. It doesn't mean who initiates it. As a couple, you need to get one thing in mind. Sex is one thing that binds you and your partner together. Oh yeah, it is. You see, God was not wrong when He made sex available for us to enjoy, and He knew what He was doing. This is just one thing that brings your souls together. It binds you guys together, and you guys have just one opportunity to exchange so much and have deeper communication and connection. So it's not something that you should joke about, and it's not something that you shouldn't, make good use of. It's a power tool. Oh yeah, sex is a power tool in marriage, and it could either be the man or the woman using it. But The moment you understand that sex is a power tool in marriage and know how best to use it, I tell you, oh guys, couples that have sex often stays together. Oh yeah. You usually hear that couples that prays together stays together. But I tell you, guys, hmm, couples that have sex often they stay strong together. Oh yeah, they are just those two lovebirds that you always hear about. Before now, there's this adage that they used to, deceive us with. Not really deceive us, but it's like what is just in our heads. That the secret to a man's heart is food. Oh my my. Have you wondered why most of the, ladies that cooks, delicious meals still end up being divorcees? But I am not here to talk about anyone being a divorcee or being separated because there are so many reasons why one can choose to walk away, and I don't judge anybody that walks away. So you just need to understand how to use this power to sex. Is a strong password that you need to know the code. And the code in marriage, when it has to do with sex, means that one, you need to understand your partner's strength. When it comes to sex, you also need to understand your partner's weakness when it comes to sex. So another thing I wanted to get into your head is that being a couple means that you guys have decided to accept each other, irrespective of what you see in this guy's or in this guy's body that you feel is this gonna satisfy you. The fact that you accepted this person, you accepted to be a couple, means that you have accepted to be satisfied or to use this to satisfy your sexual needs. And that is part of what we will be talking about, okay? So, being ashamed in marriage. I mean, this is something that should be uncalled for. I mean, it should be unheard of. I mean, you fell in love with this fellow, or maybe you guys were connected, matchmake. I hear a lot of words now, matchmaking and all sort of things. Whether you were matchmade or you were connected, at least you saw this fellow and you went ahead to propose. Oh my, that reminds me. The day my husband proposed to me, it was in a public place. But the funniest thing was that as he knelt down to propose, I couldn't even say yes. I just have to give him a kiss, and that's a yes for me. you know, that is how crazy my kind of person can be. I'm just so free. As he knelt down to say, "Will you marry me?" I just gave him a kiss, and that is my yes, 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 yes. I'll marry you. So what I'm trying to say is this: he is a guy that you fell in love with. He proposed to you and you accepted him. So that means you've accepted to move on with this person and to be satisfied with this person. What that means is this: everything called shy, blushing, I'm shy. Man, you have to put that one side because you know that definitely some things will be coming up pretty soon. Oh yeah, you know that. So you should be ready for it. You should be prepared for it. So let's talk about that. How prepared are you for sex? Are you just the kind of person that because you're sexually passive, because you're sexually relaxed, you want to just sit down there and allow this sexually active person to do all the work? No. You should, have some conscience in you and know that your pretty body or that your handsome body should be doing some bed mat this work. Oh yeah, you can see I'm in bed right now. I don't know how many of you noticed that this is a bed talk, and that's the more reason I'm on bed. So because I want you to understand that as a couple, you don't go to bed lying like one log of wood. When somebody is, giving you signs and signals and asking you, are you gonna give me something tonight or not? And then you're just doing all the shakara that is in your head, probably because this guy hasn't done one thing that you wanted, or something that or he has done something that you don't want. That is not how to use sex as a power tool. Do you know how to use sex as a power tool? Get down to business. Oh yeah, get down to business. You need to get down to business, guy. And how do you do that? Some people starve themselves in marriage not because they don't want to be satisfied with their spouse, or because they feel like going out for it, but because they don't even know how to initiate it. They don't even know how to give some green lights or whatever lights you want to say. But you need to have your communication perfect, perfect communication with your couple. I'm not supposed to be discussing my love life with my hobby with you, but I just want to give you guys an example. Like for instance, you want something from your spouse, and it's somehow or it's weird for you to just walk up to him or her and say, baby, I want to have sex with you tonight. Baby, I want to have sex right now. Or baby, I want to have sex when you're done with what you're doing. There are pretty much romantic ways you can go about doing that. You can go with the sense of touches. There are many parts of a man's or a woman's body you can touch, to send us message. I think I want something. I think I'm enjoying your figure. I'm enjoying this. I want this. So this person is a partner now. What happens to all those sexy parts of the body? In a woman, you have the breast, and you have so many parts of the body that you can touch, to send this message across to your woman that you want this. Whether you choose to caress a breast, or you choose to play along with different kinds of the body, whether you want to go down there or go straight away to get aroused, and you choose to finger, or you choose to do whatever you want to do with it. It's your choice. She's your woman. The important thing is that you are communicating. You're letting her know you want something, and at the same time, you're not being greedy about it. You also want to get her aroused. So if that time is really not the right time for the person can respond and then pass a message accordingly. Important thing is that for you to know. Me, I can walk up to my guy now and say, are you gonna give me something tonight? You give me something tonight. Or I want something. Or I can choose to, give him a piece of meat or something and say, eat it, but you're gonna vomit it, He knows that what I mean by you're gonna vomit it means you're gonna pour something right in there. I'm ready anytime. So don't mind me. So I'm just trying to give you some ideas that communication is important. Don't just go and sit there feeling so bad that nothing has happened this week, since last week. It's 2 weeks now. The weirdest things I've heard is that somebody told me that they can't stay a whole year without sex. I was like, what? Like, serious? And you guys lie on the same bed? But yeah, you lie on the same bed and you can stay a whole year without sex. Please, what is happening? Are you guys okay or something? In as much as I know that some people can be sexually passive, sexually relaxed, and all that, but How can two lovebirds stay in a bed for a whole year and they don't have sex? And then they say they are enjoying a marriage or it's a peaceful home. But I'm sorry to say this, that couple, I can tell you that today they're normal. Oh yeah, that marriage is normal. I'm sorry to say this, I'm not saying that sex is one thing that can guarantee your marriage to last for eternity, because on the contrary, I've seen couples that sex like crazy. Oh yeah. I mean, they have dicks like crazy, and I tell you, gospel are just of a truth. Today, as we speak, they are normal. That marriage is normal. So, sex is one thing that you need to understand. This is important to bind you and your spouse together. You know, your heart, your body, and your soul together. And you also need to understand, very, very important, that this bond needs to be renewed as often as you can. I want to borrow the words of Jesus Christ when he was talking about the Holy Communion. You know, do this as often as you can in remembrance of me. You need to have sex as often as you can to refresh your love, to refresh your memory, to renew your love lives. No, to renew that love. Add some ginger, some spices. Still on this channel, I will make an episode, just a full sexual episode on different kinds of things that you can do as a couple still sexually. But right now, I'm talking about sex as a power tool. Because when your partner is happy, they can go all out of their way to break protocols just to make sure that there's a smile on your face, just to make sure that your partner is so happy. How do you feel when you see your partner, you know, full of frowns, and then you see this aura of sadness all around them? Do you just, you know, feel like you don't care? You go all out on your way, go about your business? Who sent? I tell you, there must be someone out there that is giving it to you, because if not, why won't you just, you know, make it up? Oh yeah. If she or he is the only one in the world that you can go right in there for and then do all sorts of things for, why won't you be after the person's happiness and joy? So please, darling, all I'm just trying to, you know, make you understand is that couple that have sex often stays together. You know, they bond together and they understand each other better. So I want to be rounding up this episode on sex, because I'll be bringing part 2 of this talk pretty soon, still on this channel. But before then, I wanted to, you know, get a take home from this very episode. Understanding your partner's strength. Get the category that your partner belongs. Get your communication level about sex functional. You need to have a functional communication life about sex. It is very, very important. So with all this being said, I'll be rounding up this very episode on mathematics in marriage, and I'm hoping that you still stay subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also like this video to encourage me to bring you more reality talks in this channel. And don't forget that I'm still your darling Sophie. So go ahead and enjoy all those beautiful things that God has put in your body. It's all about sex.